Ricky Gervais criticizes UK leadership priorities in viral joke. Audience reacts with shock and applause. In his latest stand-up show, British comedian Ricky Gervais once again demonstrated his sharp ability to stir national conversation, this time with a bold remark aimed at the state of UK political priorities. While the joke didn't mention any party or leader by name, it was widely interpreted by both attendees and viewers online as a pointed critique of Labour Party leader Sir Keir Starmer and the broader political landscape. The moment occurred during Gervais' live tour stop in Birmingham, where his signature brand of satirical commentary tackled everything from celebrity culture to politics. But it was one segment focusing on how Britain's leadership is handling public concerns that struck a nerve and left the audience momentarily stunned. While riffing on the disconnect between those in power and ordinary citizens, Gervais quipped, "Politicians now seem more focused on managing outrage than managing the country. You could be drowning in potholes and NHS wait times, and they'd still be writing speeches about hashtags." The audience reaction was immediate and complex. There was a brief silence, quickly followed by bursts of laughter and applause. While Gervais didn't name names, the joke's underlying message was clear. Many people feel that Britain's leadership, regardless of party, may not be fully addressing the country's pressing issues. It wasn't a personal attack. It was satire aimed at the system, a comedic reflection of concerns many across the UK hold, especially in the lead-up to the next general election. Within hours, clips of the moment were trending online, with hashtags like #GervaisUKPolitics and #LeadershipPriorities surfacing across X, formerly Twitter, and TikTok. Commenters were quick to weigh in. One user wrote, "Gervais said what a lot of people are thinking. Politicians talk, but do they listen? Especially to those actually struggling right now." Another countered, "Easy to joke about priorities when you're not the one making tough calls. Starmer's being careful for a reason. This kind of comedy oversimplifies real issues." These contrasting reactions highlight how comedy can function as a mirror to society, reflecting its anxieties, divisions, and sometimes, its desire for clarity. Gervais' joke comes at a time when British voters are increasingly frustrated with what many perceive as superficial politics. Issues like rising cost of living, NHS backlogs, housing shortages, and energy bills are dominating public concern. In that context, Gervais' commentary resonated with those who feel current political rhetoric, whether from the government or the opposition, doesn't always match the urgency of people's daily struggles. While many interpreted the line as referencing Keir Starmer's approach, it also echoed wider criticism of politicians across the spectrum who are seen as overly focused on image management and reactive messaging. Ricky Gervais has carved out a unique place in British comedy and public discourse. Unaffiliated with any political party, he regularly critiques inconsistencies and performative behavior from leaders on both sides. His ability to combine laughter with reflection is what makes his shows both entertaining and culturally significant. Importantly, Gervais doesn't present himself as an expert or a policy analyst. Instead, he plays the role of a satirical commentator, a comedian reflecting back what he hears, sees, and senses from the public. His latest joke, by distilling complex feelings into a single punchline, offered a moment of connection for many and a source of discomfort for others. And that's the nature of effective comedy. It doesn't always aim to please. Sometimes, it's meant to pause the room. In today's media landscape, comedians like Gervais play a surprisingly powerful role in political dialogue. Their performances offer a space where frustrations can be aired freely without the constraints of political correctness or party loyalty. But this also raises questions about responsibility. While many see Gervais' humor as a healthy critique of power, others warn that satire can unintentionally influence public opinion in overly simplistic ways. A political analyst from the University of Leeds commented, "Gervais is incredibly effective because he captures real sentiments. But it's important to remember that comedy isn't policy, it's emotion, perspective, and cultural reflection rolled into one." What began as a well-crafted punchline has evolved into a nationwide conversation about leadership, substance, and the role of political priorities in shaping everyday life. Whether you interpreted Ricky Gervais' joke as fair criticism or misplaced satire, the fact that it struck such a chord reveals a great deal about public mood. Many citizens, regardless of political affiliation, are craving leadership that addresses core issues with clarity, consistency, and compassion. In the end, the joke wasn't just about politicians. It was about all of us and the kind of leadership we demand moving forward. What's your take on Gervais' viral remark? Does it reflect how you feel about today's political priorities, or do you think comedy is overstepping its role? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more in-depth political coverage and stay informed and engaged.